economic impact. That is the first thing we are to look at. Various forms of disabilities and their physical, emotional, social, and economic impact. Then we also look as well as the rehabilitation and integration services available in Nigeria. This first phase put three things together: disabilities, impact of disabilities, and rehabilitation and integration services that are available in Nigeria. But today we'll be looking at disabilities and various types of disabilities. Then we also look at, if time permits us, we also look at the effects or the impact of disabilities. Talk about the economy, social, physical, economic, and emotional impact of disabilities. Hello, are we still together? Okay, Precious who has joined. Okay, that's interesting. So let's quickly look at disabilities. I said a disability is any condition of the body or mind, what we call impairment, that make it more difficult for the persons with the condition to do certain activities. That talks about activities limitation. I take it again. A disability is any condition of the body or mind that makes it more difficult for the person with the condition to do certain activities and interact with the world around them. You know, with this, we have talked about two things. We have talked about activities and we have talked about participation. You know, activities limitation and participation restrictions. These are the two things that disabilities bring to an individual. A disability is any condition of the body or mind, that is what we call impairment, that makes it more difficult for the person with the condition to do certain activities. You can put that under activity limitation. It hinders them from performing or doing some certain activities, and also interact with the world around them. The interaction with the world around them is what we call participation. If you look at it, activities is individual. Participation is being part of a group. For example, employment. Yeah. That is participation. Activities is individual. Participation is taking part in a group activities. You get it? According to the legal definition set forth by the Americans with Disabilities Act, a person with a disability is someone who has a physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more major life activities. So that is talking about disability. You know, the title of this course is Rehabilitation and Reintegration. And what actually brings people into rehabilitation and what also brings about the issue of reintegration is disability. So that is why we need to first of all look at what disability is all about. Then we will know what rehabilitation and integration is also all about. However, this definition does not really offer a full picture of disability. It is important to recognize the diversity of disability. Disability can be visible or invisible. Something a person is born with or acquire at any point in life. Some might be having disability that is not visible. You see, whenever we talk about disability, your mind goes to somebody on the wheelchair, your mind goes to somebody who is using crutches, but there are visible and there are invisible disabilities. So let your mind be broad to see beyond the physical. You get it? So however, this definition, we said disabilities can be visible or invisible. Something a person is born with or acquire at any point in life. Many people simply envision a wheelchair when thinking about disability. But there are so many types of disabilities beyond mobility disability. It is not only when people is immobile that you think that that person is disabled. Disability is both visible and invisible, like I said. When we talk about disability, we must remember that this includes, but is in no way limited to mental health disabilities, chronic illnesses, intellectual disabilities, and hearing and vision disabilities. You know, like we said here, like I said here, that we must remember that this includes, but is in no way limited to. That means it's more than the one I've just mentioned. That means it's more than the mental health disabilities, chronic illnesses, intellectual disabilities, and hearing and vision disabilities. If a person has a disability, this means that they suffer with a condition of the mind or body. If somebody has disability, it then means that they suffer with a condition of the mind or body that makes it difficult for them to communicate effectively with others or complete day-to-day activities in the same way as others. This means that their life is some way limited. Hello? Are you with me? Are we still together? Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there any area you want me to go back to from just explaining what disability is all about? Is there any area we didn't understand, or you want me to go back?
Sir, please go back to the area of the disability.
You said what?
The part that you said disability is any. That's the definition.
I'm coming. Let me pick my. I can hear you. Let me use F4. Okay, let me hear you again. Is that Chidera? What did you say, Chidera?
So I said that you should please explain the part that, because I didn't get the part that you said disability is any condition of the body or mind that makes it more difficult. I didn't really get that part.
Okay. Let me. How many of us are in the class now? Somebody has left today. Abadi Precious, Simu, Yemeria, Okolo, Priscilla has gone. Okay, no problem. Let me pick it from the beginning again. I say disability is any condition of the body or mind. That is, body or mind simply means it's either physical, it's either visible or invisible. If it is something of the body, it should be visible. If it is something of the mind, it should be under invisible. So a disability is any condition of the body or mind, which is called impairment, that makes it more difficult for the person with the condition to do certain activities. I said to you that there is what we call activity limitation. and there's what we call participation restriction. That person is being restricted from participating, and that person is being limited from doing certain activities. So, like I said, that a disability is any condition of the body or mind, which is called impairment, that make it more difficult for the persons with the condition to do certain activities and interact with the world around them. Interact with the world around them falls under participation restriction. They are restricted in participating, and they are limited in performing some certain activities. According to the legal definition set forth by the Americans with Disabilities Act, a person with a disability is someone who has a physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more major life activities. That substantially limits one or more major life activities. They will be limited in some things. However, this definition does not really offer a full picture of disability. It is important. Sorry, I'm coming. Hello? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I said, however, this definition does not really offer a full picture of disability. It is important to recognize that the diversity of disability, it is important to recognize the diversity of disability. Disabilities can be visible or invisible. Like I told us, which one will be considered as visible? Disability, what type of disability will be considered as visible?
The physical disability.
That is the body disability. We said a disability is any condition of the body or of the mind. So any one of the body will be considered as visible. So we said disabilities can be visible or invisible. Something a person is born with or acquired at any point in life. That tells you that some people were born without disabilities. Some people, it happened to them after they've been born. So it is something that is acquired. It's something that person is born with or acquired at any point in life. Many people simply envision a wheelchair when thinking about disability. But there are so many types of disabilities beyond mobility disabilities. You know, when you hear that somebody is disabled, what goes to your mind is that the person cannot walk, the person is using crutches, the person is on wheelchair. But it's telling you now that it is not, disability goes beyond that. It is body and mind. So other people's disability might be mind, invisible. Other people's disability might be body, which you can see. So it is beyond mobility disabilities. When we talk about disability, we must remember that this includes, but is in no way limited to, mental health disability, chronic disabilities, intellectual disabilities, and hearing or vision disabilities. We just mentioned these 5, but they are more than this. We just mentioned these: mental health disabilities, chronic illness, intellectual disabilities, hearing and vision disabilities. We are still going to see more. If a person has a disability, this means that they suffer with a condition of mind or body that makes it difficult for them to communicate effectively with others or complete day-to-day activities in the same way as others. This means that their life is in some way limited. Do we understand that now? Do we understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So we want to look at models of disability. We are going to be looking at two different models. We are going to look at medical models of disability. Then we also look at the social models of disability. Medical models. The medical models believe that it is something that, it is physical, it is biological, and it is pathological. That disability is physical, biological, and pathological. Defining disability solely as a medical diagnosis that is physical, biological, and pathological ignores the structural inequalities that often cause or contribute to disabilities. This aspect of structural is the social aspect, or is under the social model of disabilities. So you look at the structural, that is the barrier that contribute to disabilities. And if you are talking about the barrier, this could do with the policies, this could do with poverty. All these falls under structural or social models of disability. They contribute to disability. So it is not only the issue of medical, it's not the issue of physical, biological, or pathological. We have some social contributors that contribute to disabilities. So defining disability solely as a medical diagnosis ignores the structural inequalities that often cause or contribute to disability. This way of thinking, known as the medical model, think that it is all about physical, biological, and pathological, leaving out the structural contributors of contributors to disability. This way of thinking, known as the medical model, assumes that an individual's disability is a problem in need of fixing, curing, or eradicating, rather than recognizing it as a facet of identity. Medical approaches tend to ignore the reality that many disabilities are chronic and cannot be fixed. Medical disability fails to understand that some disabilities are chronic and cannot be fixed, and that many disabled people do not want a cure. Can you imagine? Some people don't even want a cure. I can remember when I went to Ottun for my master program in social work, and a beggar, a crippled man that always, stay in the middle of the road, was shown to me. And so the man said, that man you are seeing has built houses. He has about 3 wives. I was like, this man here, do you think that man will want to be healed, even if there's going to be a miracle to heal him? Hello? Hello? Are we still together?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that man will want to be healed? He will not. So that just confirms what we are saying here, and that many disabled people do not want a cure. By contrast, the social model of disability considers the problem to be society and the barriers. Consider the problem to be what? The society and the barriers created. The society itself has caused some disabilities to people in the society. And there are so many barriers that the society has put, in the way of people that is contributing to disability. Whether physical or attitudinal, it places in front of the people with disabilities. It is this barrier, is not the person, that must change. Before now, People with disabilities are considered to be useless. They cannot do anything of their own. Until when there were advocacy, for the disabled, telling you that there is ability in disability. Until then, we began to see people, even with, people at least have seen 2 or 3. I know a man in Ibadan that was employed by the University of Ibadan. This guy is on wheelchair. He's on wheelchair. But this man has HND. He went to Auchi Polytechnic. So he was employed. He could use his hand to write. As I'm telling you, the guy has car, he drive. He could not use his legs. The 2 legs are paralyzed. But he's using his hand to press the pedal, and he's using, he was trained. Telling you that he's married. He has a son as of the last time I saw him. In fact, the wife too is on crutches. The wife also drives. You get it? So it is recently that people are now saying that even in disability, there is ability. They are not being given job. At least I know that one. I know the wife. The wife has a very big shop. She's hairstylist. And she also has her own BSc too. In fact, they met in UI. And she has people who are able, who she's training, who are stylists and what do we call them again? Stylists and whatnot. People who are learning. What do you call them? Learning from her rather. There was another man I saw at the Ministry for Gender in Enugu State here. That man is blind. He's using K. As of about 3, 4, 5 years ago, we went there. I was told that the man was a deputy or assistant director. There was another man I saw in UCH. This man is on electronic wheelchair. He's having his laptop on his leg. He moves around to his office and he's doing his work. So until when all these barriers are being removed, you get it? The greatest of all disabilities is the barriers the society has placed before them. But thank God, such barriers are being removed. They are seeing that there is ability in disability. So this tells us about the 2 models of disability, the medical models and the social models. Do you understand the 2, please? Hello, do we understand? I want your response before I proceed. Do we understand? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking, do we understand? People are not talking.
Sir, please, I don't understand the social aspect.
Is that Okolo?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Another person, which you don't understand. Another person again. Talk to me, please. So I will now ask you, are not with me. If you are with me here now, you just continue. But you are not here. So I need to, be sure that you are getting what I'm saying. Is there another one we didn't understand? Is it only that social aspect you didn't understand? Okay. Let me quickly explain that. Thank God you understood the medical model. The social model is not saying the physical, the biological, or the pathological aspect of it. The social model is seeing the obstacle that has further entrenched these people in their position as disabled. Like I said to you, that there is ability in disability. And I gave you 3 examples of 4 that I know. Before now, these people were being seen by the society as those who are useless. That is the definition of the society of disabled people, people living with disability. But I see that changing now. Like I told you, a man in Ministry of Gender in Enugu here, about 5 years ago that we visited the place, I was told the man was an assistant or deputy director. Before now, such people were considered as useless. And there's nothing they can do for themselves. But I strongly believe such man who was an assistant director or deputy director will surely have a wife, will be taking care of his children. He will no longer be a burden to the society. He will no longer be a burden to his family. The only thing we need is somebody bringing him to office, or he's making money, he's earning salary to take care of his children and to take care of his wife and extended family. He'll be sending money to his mother because he'll be helping his younger ones. He's earning, he has money, he's working. He's not a burden, rather, he's a burden bearer to some people. So that tells us that the social model of disability has placed, he's talking about the barriers, the obstacle the society has placed before these people, not talking about their inability, but talking about the barrier the society has placed before them, and which I've seen that is gradually, leaving, because the society in Nigeria is beginning to see that these people, even in their disability, there is ability. Do you understand that now, Daniela?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So I think we can continue. Or is there any other person that still want to ask a question? Any other person? Okay, let's proceed. The key is to recognize that disability itself is not a problem. The key is to recognize that disability itself is not a problem. It is a natural part of the human experience. It is a natural what? Part of the human existence. Traditionally, donors have mostly approached disability using the medical model, but the social model is critical to understand the way disability intersects with and is caused by other inequalities. So the social aspect that is being ignored is also a contributing factor to people's disability. It is, we need to look at how this social model is crucial to understand the way disability intersects with and is caused by other inequalities. Remember, disability cuts across class. Disability is not a respecter of class. As you see the poor, as you see among the upper class, among the middle class, even among the lower class, you will see disability. So disability is not a respecter of class. Disability cuts across class, it cuts across gender. You will see disability among male, you see disability among female. Disability cuts across race. You will see the white, the black, that are, you see disability among them. Disability cuts across ethnicity, among the Yoruba, among the Igbos, among the Hausas, among the Fulanis, among the Ibira. You get it, disability cuts across ethnicity. But being disabled disproportionately affect those living in poverty, meaning that it does not affect them equally. If you are looking at disability and class, you notice that those who suffer more of disability are the poor. Yes, the effect of disability is more pronounced among the poor than the rich. If you see among the poor somebody who is having, is on crutches, or sorry, is on wheelchair, you will see the caliber of wheelchair that person will be using that will not put pressure on any other person. There are some wheelchair that automatic, you just control them by yourself, it has brake, you direct them, you get it. That can be afforded by the rich. But the poor, if you see their manual wheelchair, the tire don't bend. So what we're saying now is that, but being disabled is, the effects of being disabled is disproportionately seen. Being disabled disproportionately affects those living in poverty, women and Black and non-Black people of color. You get it? Because of the level of poverty, because it affected women more than men, it affects the Black, that is the effect now, is more pronounced among the poor, is more pronounced among the Black, even among the non-Black people of color, is more pronounced, that you will see it among the whites, that you see it among the affluents, that you see it among the male. Do we understand this? Oh my God. Do you understand this? Hello? Hello? Okay. I will proceed. There are many types of disabilities, such as those that affect a person's vision. It can affect people's movement, affect their thinking, affect their remembering. You know, when they say somebody's having dementia, inability to remember things, it can affect their learning, it can affect their communicating, their hearing, it can also affect their mental health, it can also affect their social relationship. So many of these disabilities could affect vision, movement, thinking, remembering, learning, communicating, hearing, mental health, and social relationships. Although people with disabilities sometimes refer to a single population, that is, this is the population of people living in disability. This is actually a diverse group of people with wide range of needs. It is not a single population. It is actually a diverse group of people with a wide range of needs. Two people with the same type of disability can be affected in different ways. Like I said, like we said all the time, that those who are more affected are the poor. So even if you have two people who are blind, having vision, their vision impaired, the effect of the disability might not be the same. Looking at different background, looking at their socioeconomic stand, looking at their level of education, they may not have the same, it may not have the same effect on them. I believe you know that. So two people with the same type of disability can be affected in very, very different ways. Some disabilities may be hidden and not see, and not easy to see. So what do we call those that can be seen and those that cannot be easily seen? Can somebody remind us? What do we call them? Hello? Hello? Priska, are you in the house? She has gone again. At least she's off and on. Precious Amadi, what do we call disability that are hidden, and what do we call disability that can be seen? What do we call them? Precious. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, what do we call them?
The disabilities that can be seen is the visible disability.
Okay. And the ones that cannot be seen, go?
The invisible.
Okay, thank you. According to the World Health Organization, disability has 3 dimensions. According to the World Health Organization, disability has 3 dimensions. There is one that is called impairment. We've talked about impairment Impairment in person's body structure or function, or mental functioning. Example of impairment include loss of a limb, loss of vision, or memory loss. All these are under impairment. Then we also have another one that is called activity limitation, such as difficulty seeing, hearing, walking, or problem solving. This one is considered to be what? Activity limitation. They are limited. Not that they cannot at all, but they are limited, such as difficulty seeing, hearing, walking, or problem solving. The third one, according to World Health Organization, is participation restriction. Remember when we started, when I was telling us about definition, explaining what disability is all about, I said there is activity limitation and there is participation restriction. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Okay. So, like we said, impairment in a person's body structure or function, in a person's body structure or function, or mental functioning. Examples of impairment include loss of a limb, loss of vision, or memory loss. Then from there, we move to activity limitation. Activity limitation, such as difficulty seeing, difficulty hearing, walking, or problem solving. And the third one is participation restriction in normal daily activities, such as working, engaging in social and recreational activities, and obtaining health care and preventive services. So all these falls under participation restriction. Then we move to disability can be, disability can be one related to conditions that are present at birth. Disability can be related to condition. You know, we said disability could be something someone was born with or acquired after being born. So here we are saying that disability can be related to conditions that are present at birth and may affect functions later in life, including cognition, that is memory, learning and understanding, that has to do with cognition or cognitive ability. Then the second one is mobility, moving around in the environment. The third one is vision, hearing, behavior, and others. This condition may be one disorder in single gene, in a single gene. It could be as a result of the gene of the person is having disorder in the gene. For example, Duchenne muscular dystrophy, DMD, is a problem with a single gene, disorder in single genes. The other one is disorders in chromosomes. All these are what could lead to what? The problem at birth, present at birth. So we have disorder in single genes, for example, Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Then we also have disorder of chromosomes. For example, we have Down syndromes. This is as a result of disorder in chromosomes. And example of that is Down syndromes. And the last one, the result of mother's exposure during pregnancy to infection. You know, what could lead to this problem at birth or conditions at birth are what? Disorder in single gene, disorders of chromosomes, and the third one is the result of mother's exposure during pregnancy to infections. For example, rubella, or substances such as alcohol or cigarettes. All these could affect, you know, child or children at birth. Do we understand that? Hello? Do we understand that? Any question? Any questions? Are we still together?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any question? Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm free to continue. Like we said, that this condition, we said disability can be related to conditions that are present at birth, can also be associated with developmental conditions that become apparent during childhood. For example, autism spectrum disorder, and attention deficit or hyperactivity disorder or ADHD. Attention deficit or hyperactivity disorder, ADHD. All these are associated with developmental conditions that become apparent, that become clear during childhood. So that is problem associated with what? Developmental condition. It can also be related to an injury. For example, traumatic brain injury or spinal cord injury. All these could lead to disability. Can also be associated with a long-standing condition. For example, diabetes, which can cause a disability such as vision loss, nerve damage, or limb loss. You get it? Associated with long-standing condition, health condition. For example, diabetes. And it can as well be what? Progressive. It started small and kept, keep progressing. For example, muscular dystrophy, static. For example, limb loss or intermittent. For example, some forms of multiple sclerosis. All these are what we see as progressive. The problem can progress from ordinary headache to tumor in the head, things like that. It could be progressive. So I will see if this will be sent to the class. I'm not promising you. Because you begin to say, sir, please send your materials to us. So because of you people, I will not send it to you. Or do you think you need the material? I don't want to pick the next topic because it's going to take time. I don't want to pick the next topic, the next subtopic. The next subtopic there is what is impairment? Okay, let's see if I can touch that. What is impairment? Impairment is an absence of or significant difference in a person's body structure or function or mental functioning. Do you get that? Impairment is an absence of or a significant difference in a person's body structure. It can be an absence of something, or it can be a significant difference in somebody's body structure. You know the normal body structure. So any difference in the normal body structure that is affecting the functioning or mental functioning of the person is seen as impairment. For example, problem in structure of the brain can result in difficulty with mental functions, or problems with the structure of the eyes or ears can result in difficulty with the functions of vision or hearing. So all these are seen as impairment. All these are seen as what? As impairment. Don't mind me. Are we still together? This is a minutes to one. Anytime from now, automatically we'll be logged out of the class. Hello? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I said automatically after now, this is 12 on the dot, we'll be logged out of the class. You get it? So let me see if I can just continue. We talk about structural impairment and functional impairment. Let's quickly rush through the functional impairment. Structural impairments are significant problems with an internal or external component of the body. Structural impairments are significant problems with an internal or external component of the body. Examples of these include a type of nerve damage that can result in multiple sclerosis or complete loss of a body component, as when a limb has been amputated, that is under structural impairment. Then functional impairments include the complete or partial loss of a function of a body part. Example of this include pain that doesn't go away or joints that no longer move easily. These are functional impairments. So by the special grace of God, when we meet again on Monday, I will have, okay, am I sending this, Chidera? Chidera?
Yes, sir.
Am I sending this material to you? I'm sending to this platform. I think I'm sending to this platform, I guess. I should send to you.
Anyone.
Anyone is no one. Okay, I will post on the platform. So before Monday, I will have sent it, I will have posted it. I wish you all the best and remain focused where you are. Learn what you need to learn and don't be rude. Social workers are respectful. You get it? We respect people. So I wish you all the best. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Who? Chidera? Chidera?
Yes, sir.
Take the attendance, although the system will take the number of people that are in the class already. Yeah. Let me just take the attendance. I see Chidera Iwoye. I see.
Thank you.
Okay. I can see Priska. She's the one using 854 something. Then yes, I can see Amadi. Then I can see Amadi Precious. Who is Chiemere?
Jasper.
Who is Jasper? That Chuku something.
Good evening, sir. I'm the one, sir.
That Chuku Abi. Okay, I just know you as Chuku something.
Yes,
okay. Sir. Then Favor, you came in late. I'm not going to mark you present. Chioma.
And my network is disturbing. Here that we are living, network normally disturbs.
Why are you living in the village?
It's where you have house.
It's where you have house. You are not serious.
I went home. I went to my mommy's house.
Okay, so I can see Favor Chioma. Then Marianne, you kept quiet since you are not talking.
Yes, Marianne, I'm here.
I know you are here. I can see you here. Are you in Oka too?
Benedict Comfort.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are just 6 in the class.
Sir, Benedict Comfort. I'm with Chidera.
You said what? Who is that?
Benedict Comfort. Benedict Comfort. She's with me.
Oh, Benedict. Okay. What do you call her name?
Benedict Comfort.
Okay, now. Okay, that makes you people 8. That makes you people 7. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So now.
No, sir. 8.
You are
Did
7.
you add Okolo Daniela?
Okolo has gone now. Okolo is not here again. Okay, put down those 8 names for me. You'll be taking the attendance for me. Chidera.
Yes, I heard you, sir.
Oh, yeah, take the eight people in the class. Okay, bye. Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Okay.